Hello, welcome back to Building Resilience in Uncertain Times. This is episode 2, and I am sharing with you through this series ways to bring balance into the body through Ayurvedic practices, which are, Ayurveda is also translated as the science of life. It's one of the oldest practice medicines in the world. And so I'm sharing those tips with you to kind of layer onto your yoga practice to help bring balance and calmness into your mind and body. Last week we talked about the doshas, which are organizing energies in the body. And we talked about the vata energy, which is comprised of ether and air, and how when it's out of balance you might feel a little anxious, unsettled. And so I shared some things to help bring that particular dosha back into balance. And today we're going to talk about the second dosha, which is Kapha. Kapha, unlike Vata, which is ether and air, is made up of water and earth. So you can imagine when Kapha might be out of balance, you might feel a little kind of heavy, dull, kind of stuck in the mud, water and earth, right? Kind of feeling a little lethargic. And water and earth can bring a sense of heaviness, a sense of feeling cold or immobile. Signs that your Kapha energy might be out of balance would be perhaps weight gain, or feeling tired or lethargic, even after a good night's sleep. Kapha distributes energy throughout the body and is responsible for the construction, the stability, the foundation of the body. It's lubrication, and it holds kind of everything together. It's the glue that holds us together. It builds up mental strength and physical defense against disease. So when Kapha is balanced, it can help to support our immune system. Its main location is in the stomach and in the lungs, with some minor locations in the areas of mucous membranes, lymph nodes, in the plasma and joints, and subcutaneous fatty tissues that are in the nose and the throat and the mouth. So this means that if Kapha is out of balance, you might feel a little extra congestion in the body. Because of its role in moving fluids, it's home primarily in the lungs. Kapha disorders can exhibit themselves in such things as bronchitis, asthma, pneumonia, congestion, colds, sinusitis. And particularly during this COVID crisis we find ourselves in, it's important to add behaviors into our daily life that helps to bring Kapha into balance and to reduce those excesses. So here are a few tips. One way to help reduce stagnation is to reduce your intake of sweet or sour or salty foods like dairy, grains, sugars, vinegar, and at the same time increase your intake of spices and leafy green vegetables. So eating light, and also eating not only light foods, but maybe a little lighter, a little smaller portions to help avoid that sense of heaviness and fullness. Because Kapha is associated with dampness, heaviness, coolness, you want to bring some opposite qualities into your life through movement, building heat in the body so that you can warm it up. So some kind of movement every day, whether it be yoga, as we're going to do today, or walking, bringing movement into the body is so important. And another Ayurvedic practice that is really wonderful is what we call abhyanga, which is an oil massage. It's a self-massage. And so you can use a nice light oil for almond oil or sesame oil, and just warm it up, put it on your body, and just kind of massage it into your arms, into your legs, your neck and chest, fingers, hands, feet, toes, A wonderful practice to do as often as you can. They recommend daily, but who has time to do that every day? I don't. So I do it as often as I can, often after a shower. It allows the oils to kind of seep in and nourish the body. Our yoga practice today, as always, will be comprised of 3 pieces: the pranayama and breath work, the movement, and then a brief meditation at the end. Our breath work today will be 2 different kinds. It will be 3-part breath, or dirgha breath, where we'll bring the breath deep into the belly, really filling up the lungs. But we're also going to do an energizing breath called bellows breath, sometimes called bellows breath. Bhastrika is a Sanskrit name for it. And so it's a very robust form of breathing. So there are a couple of precautions that I want you to take if you happen to have any lung issues going on, COPD, congestion, cold, or if you have any abdominal recent surgery, anything that might be detrimental to a really forceful breath. So I want you to be careful if it isn't the breath for you today, just go back to the 3-part breath. Excuse me. Ultimately, the effects of this Bhastrika, or bellows breath, will be to calm the mind. It creates a complete air exchange in the lungs and helps to decrease congestion. It increases circulation of lymph and blood. So we're going to begin by performing those 2 breaths. So find a nice comfortable seat, feet flat on the floor, knees over your ankles, roll your shoulders up and back, and lift the sternum and the crown of the head. Draw the belly gently in without constricting the belly muscles, right? You want the belly to be soft. And with the eyes open or closed, your choice. You might let your hands lay on your lap facing upward to increase that energy today. Just begin to breathe with awareness. So allow the mind to rest on sensation of breath. And for several breaths, don't try to change anything at all. Just notice what shows up, where the breath is for you in this moment. Over the course of a few breaths, just allowing the breath to smooth out. Settling into a nice smooth breath. And once you find that smooth, deep breath, relaxing the mind, kind of bringing it in to the body, see if you can observe, kind of do a little body scan. Notice where in the body you might feel a little bit of heaviness, dullness. Just noting those places in the body that you might think about sending your breath to as we move through the practice today. And as you continue this exploration, this scanning of the body, discovering where things might feel a little dull or heavy. Keeping the mind busy, connecting to the body, allowing distracting thoughts to move out of the mind. We call this calming the chitta, the incessant chatter that we have in our minds. Allowing it to calm and quiet. And as you feel ready, slowly open your eyes let go of that technique and just kind of breathe naturally, let the body breathe for just a moment before we move into the Bhastrika. So I'm going to explain to you how the breath works, this particular technique. And again, as I mentioned, if you have any things going on in your body that would make this uncomfortable for you, just keep doing that Dirga breath. Bhastrika, also known as bellows breath, begins with your arms up overhead as you breathe in, and then a pulling down and an exhaling quite forcefully. So filling up and like that. We're going to do 10 rounds of it. If bringing your arms up over your head doesn't work for your shoulders, you can always bring your hands out in front of you, palms up. So as you breathe in, fill up into the upper chest, and then let it out, just force it out. And if too much force is uncomfortable for you, you can do it a little more gently, or again, stay with that Dirga breath. So here we go. I'm going to put my arms up overhead. You can choose to bring your arms in front of you. So as you breathe in, think about filling just the upper chest. Don't think about the belly so much in this particular practice. So we're going to go. And then pause, hands up, eyes closed, maybe feel that exhilaration in the body. A little bit of lightness, a movement of energy, kind of an energetic flow within the chest, within the arms. Noticing the imprint of that breathing technique on your energy. So moving into the practice today, we're going to be doing some practices that will warm the body and energize the body. So unlike last week where we moved very slowly, we'll move pretty consistently today, trying to build some heat in the body, kind of burn off the sludge, if you will, and really get some energy flowing. We'll begin by moving into the head and neck area by making circles. So you might imagine that you are drawing circles with your nose on some imaginary wall in front of you, allowing the circles to get larger and larger over time, and reversing those circles, starting with the large ones and this time moving into smaller and smaller circles as you continue these rotations in the neck. Coming to neutral, take an exhale to the right, inhale through center and exhale to the left. So moving with your breath, inhaling to center, exhaling to the side. Never forcing past resistance, just letting the neck begin to warm up as you move your head from side to side. Coming back to neutral, swing your arms forward, interlace your fingers, bend at the elbows, and if possible, bring your forearms together. We're going to get into the wrists by drawing figure eights on the ceiling. And then pause, come to stillness, interlace, and then move your fingers over one, so you find that awkward kind of sensation. And then reverse those figure eights. So try to remember which direction you were going in. I don't know whether you're doing it right or wrong, so don't worry about me. Don't worry about whether or not it's exactly opposite. Just keep making those circles in the wrists. And then release and shake it out. Great. And we're going to do some sun breaths that are going to open up the chest. So we're whole focus today is about opening up the chest, strengthening the legs, the foundation of the body, and doing a few twists and turns that help the stomach, help digestion, help the flow of things through the body, helping to move that Kapha energy a little more freely. So here we go, sun breaths, inhale up, and exhale back down. Inhale up. Maybe a little back bend to open up the chest as you come up. Exhale, bring it back down. And inhale up. And exhale it back down. We're going to do some reverse sun breaths, which will include a forward fold. So inhale the hands together, sweep the arms up. Let the arms reach overhead as you fold. Bring the hands down across the floor. Bring the palms together and all the way up. Exhale as you fold. Bring the hands across the floor right by the outer foot. Bring the palms together and then all the way up. And exhale. Inhale up. And exhale all the way down. Bring the palms together. To the heart. Pause here. Always stopping to notice a refreshing flow of energy in the body. Bring your hands onto your shoulders, and we're simply going to do some twists, keeping your head right in the center of your chest, keeping your elbows high, and just kind of beginning to move into the spine, getting that spine moving. You can go slower than this or faster than this, whatever feels good. Keep the feet planted on the ground, the hips square, just rotating up through the chest and ribs. Coming to stillness, bring your right hand to the side of the chair. Inhale the arm up and over, doing a nice crescent lunge, a nice lateral stretch. Inhale and exhale to the other side. So we're going to flow from side to side. Letting everything move fluidly, freely. Keeping our mind on those parts of our body that we discovered that might feel a little dull or heavy, and sending the breath there. You want to energize those locations in the body. Keeping the breath flowing, bring the hand back down by your side. We're going to do 3 rounds of seated sun salutations, plain, so no twists, nothing fancy. And then we're going to do 2 rounds, adding a twist, getting into the chest, getting into the belly. So here we go. Inhale the arms up, and exhale to cactus. Press those arms back, open up the chest. Inhale the hands to the lap, fold all the way down. As you exhale, inhale halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, root the legs down, sweep the arms up and out. And if you need to, press your hands into your thighs in order to come up, that's okay. Whatever works. Inhale up. And exhale to cactus, open up the chest. Inhale, fold. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, reverse. Bring it up. And back. Here we go again. Inhale up and exhale to cactus. Inhale, lean, and exhale, fold all the way down. And inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, root down to rise as the arms sweep out and up. And exhale your hands to your heart. So we're going to do the same movements, adding a twist from side to side. So arms down by your sides, inhale up, and exhale to cactus, open up the heart. Inhale, lean, and exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, bring your hands to the floor between your feet, or if you can't reach there, just bring your hand to your right thigh. And then open up, right arm reaches up, shoulders try to stack as best you can. Exhale down, switch sides, bring the twist to the other side. You can look up at your hand if you like, or keep your head neutral, and then bring it back down.
Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse all the way up.
Exhale the hands through heart center and back by your sides. Here we go again. Last round. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lean forward. Keep the heart open. Exhale, glide yourself all the way down.
Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, left hand between your feet or on your right thigh. Come into that twist and bring it back down. Switch sides and move to the other side. Bring it back down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse it, bring it up.
And bring the hands to the heart. Pause and notice and feel. So you might be feeling a little more energetic, maybe a little more lightness, a little less dull. That's our goal for today's practice, reducing that Kaphic heaviness. So with that in mind, we're going to move into our standing postures. But before we do that, we're going to do our stand-up, sit-down. It's a regular movement that we do. Something you should do every single day. It's to strengthen your legs. And in strengthening your legs and your hips at the same time, all these muscles that support balance. So it's a great thing to do. Doesn't take a whole lot of time. We're going to go up and down 20 times. Hands on opposite shoulders, or if you'd like to let your arms dangle, that's fine too. You want your knees over your ankles, trying not to let the knees collapse inward or extend outward when you stand. So try to keep everything aligned. And if you need to take a break, as always, be sure to give yourself a break and join us again when you can. So here we go for 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Halfway there, you can switch hands. 11 and 12, 13 and 14 and 15 and 16, 17 and 18 and 19 and 20. Yay! And the seat, take a big breath in and let it go. Great job. So we're going to move to a standing posture. So find your way to standing. I'm going to put my chair right here. And we're going to do another breathing practice called the breath of joy. So the breath of joy has an element that is a forward fold, a rather vigorous forward fold. So again, I want you to pay attention to what you're able to do and not to go so far forward if it creates any dizziness or lightheadedness. The way we practice the breath of joy is we take 3 sips in through the nose with some arm movements that I'll show you, and then we it out through our mouth enthusiastically. So it looks like this. I'm going to sip in 3 times, moving my arms. And then I'm going to bend my knees slightly, fold forward, and just let it go. Now, if that big ha and that forward fold doesn't work for you, you can make it look a little bit like this. So you don't have to fold, just let out that breath, okay? We're going to do 10 of them. So here we go. Two more. feel like the Karate Kid when I do that breathing exercise. Super energizing breath of joy, gets the blood flowing so that we can move into our other movements. Now we're going to move into the circulation, into our joints, get that circulation going. So bring your weight into your left leg. You can have a chair nearby to hold on to if you'd like, and to step your right foot back. So you're on the top of that right foot. We're going to circle over the toes 6 or 7 times, moving in a clockwise direction. And then we're going to reverse it. You might find a drishti to keep your eyes focused on for balance. And then bring that foot down, bringing your weight into the right leg, stepping the left one back. We're going to rotate over those toes again. Noticing what direction you started in. I didn't tell you which direction to go, so whatever direction you're going in, be prepared to reverse. And then step your feet parallel to one another. We're going to do the same little twist that we did sitting in the chair, bringing our hands to our shoulders, keeping our elbows up, and we're just going to rotate from side to side. Keep your knees soft, but try to keep your hips from turning too much. So we're just rotating in the chest, keeping the chin in the center of the chest, or forward if you don't want to get dizzy. Sometimes this can cause a little dizziness. And then slowly come to stillness. Great. Let the arms come down, roll the shoulders, bobble the head a few times. And then step the feet together. We're going to do a rotation in the knees. So bring your knees together and your big toes together. Bring your hands between your thighs, thumbs on top, and begin to roll around on the outer edges of your feet, getting into the knees. And then reverse. Come into stillness, walk your hands up your legs, and step your feet apart slightly. We're going to do some hip rotations. So soften the knees and begin to make those circles with the hips. The upper body stays relatively quiet as you make these movements. And then reverse. Coming to stillness, step your feet a little closer, about hip-width distance apart. Soften the knees again, and we're going to get the upper body moving. So we're going to rotate the ribs, and we're going to let the arms dangle, and then begin to let them float, pushed by the energy in the torso as it moves. You can move your head in the same direction, or you can keep it facing forward. Helps to avoid dizziness. So this is called standing waterfall. Everything flowing freely, and then slowly letting the torso slow down, causing the arms to slow down. Beautiful. And pause once again. Notice. So we're going to move into some reverse sun breaths. Just like we did in the chair, we're going to do it standing up. So inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale. Bend the knees. Come all the way down. Sweep the hands forward. Palms together. Inhale up. And exhale as you fold. Bend the knees generously. Sweep the arms forward, palms together and up. And let it out. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And inhale. Last one. Exhale. Stay folded.
bent. You might even have your hands on a chair if coming down too far doesn't work for you. We're going to breathe into our back of our lungs. Nice breath in and out. Breathe in again, expanding the back ribs. Inhale and out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale all the way up. Grab the right wrist with the left hand, reach the fingers tall. We're going to take a little lean over to your left. And then bring it back up, switch hands, and bring it all the way over to the right. And inhale back up, arms down by your sides. So we're going to work our way into some sun salutations with the use of the chair. Before we do that, we're going to do a lunge. So we're going to do a heart-opening lunge. Facing the chair, if you like, you can have the chair turned around so that it's there to support you if you need it, the top of the chair. And if you're working at home and you don't have a yoga mat to keep the chair from sliding, you might want to push it up against the wall or a heavy piece of furniture so it doesn't slide away from you. So we're going to step our left foot forward and our right foot back. Inhale the arms up overhead. So the heel of the back foot is lifted, slight bend in that back leg. And the front knee is over the ankle. Relax the shoulders, take a breath in, and exhale to open heart. Take a breath in, and out. Nice breath in, and out. Take a breath in, and bring the arms together. Step that right foot forward. Inhale the arms overhead, maybe a little back bend, opening again. And exhale the hands back to the heart. We'll keep the right foot forward, step the left foot back in this crescent lunge. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, we'll come to cactus. Opening up the heart. Nice breaths in and out. Then inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands to the heart. Step that foot forward. Nice. Coming back into Utkatasana, we're going to work on the quads here. So inhale the arms up. We're going to do a chair pose and a twist at the same time. So it will look like this. We'll sink and bring the arms back and rise up. And then over to the left and rise up. That was 1 on either side. We're going to get to 6. So here's 2 and 2, sorry, and 3 and 4 and 5 and last one. And then a forward fold. Hands to your heart center all the way down. Generous bend in the knees. Draw the belly in. Just hang this forward fold. Let the head relax. Take a breath in through the nose. Fill up the back of the lungs. And sigh it out. Root down. Bend the knees. Sweep the arms out to the side. Rise all the way up. And exhale the hands to the heart. Stop and pause and feel. So I don't know about you, but I can feel all that congestion loosening up in my body today. You can probably hear it in my raspiness. And that's the natural consequence of doing things that help to relieve that congestion. And now we're going to move into some sun salutations with the use of the chair. So what I want you to think about doing, if using the chair
at this height doesn't work for you, you can turn it around and use the top of the chair. So let me just show you what using the chair through the seat will look like, and then I'll show you what using it with the back of the chair will look like. So inhale the arms up, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, hands to the chair, step back to plank. And inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. So you might find that this is too much for you. So if you take the chair and turn it around, it would look something like this. Inhale the arms up, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the back of the chair, and just let your body flatten out. So you want your back to be straight. If you want to come into an up dog, you might come to your toes, take a little back bend, and exhale. So bringing it up to that height might make it more accessible for you. So choose what works best for you. If you happen to be a yogi, and I know some of you are practicing yogi, you can always bring these sun salutations all the way down to the floor. And chair is simply a way of bringing the floor up to us, right, if we can't get down. So here we go. We're going to do 3 rounds of sun salutations, beginning now. Inhale up, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, hands to the chair, step back to plank. So in plank, your wrists are underneath your shoulders, heels are pressing back, trying not to let the belly or the buttocks sink or protrude too much. You want a nice straight plank shape, straight line. You can stay right here, or you can inhale to open up that chest. Once again, coming forward to the toes, lifting the heart, drawing the shoulders back to the hips. And then exhale, find your way back to down dog. On your inhale, step your left foot forward, spin your right foot slightly, finding warrior one. So you're going to come up to warrior one. In warrior one, relax the shoulders. Bring the weight evenly into both legs and feet. So you don't want to be dumping weight too much in the back, too much in the front. Take a nice breath in, and if it's available to you, bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. If you can't get that far, you might hold on to opposite elbows. And if that's just not right for you and your shoulders today, you can bring your hands to your hips. So wherever it is that works for you, we want to open that chest again. So we're working on the chest, getting rid of congestion. Take a nice breath in. On your exhale, we're just going to fold from the hip creases towards the seat of the chair, keeping the weight evenly distributed on both legs. And then on an inhale, we're going to come back up. We're going to do 3 folds, so that was 1. Exhale, we're going to fold again. And inhale, come back up. So you might not be going as far as I am, that's okay, just go as far as you can. Last one, coming forward, releasing the hands and bringing them all the way back up. Exhale, bring the hands to the chair, step back to plank. Stay here or inhale to up dog, opening up the chest. Exhale to down dog. Inhale the right foot forward, same thing, other side, spin the back heel, find your way to warrior one. And again, where your arms are is up to you. So if bringing your arms up here doesn't work, maybe cactus arms, maybe the hands on your hips. On an exhale, find a place for your hands. Maybe they interlace, maybe you hold on to opposite elbows, maybe your hands are on your waist. But open your heart, that's where we're going here. Exhale, fold forward, keeping the hips square, trying to keep the lower body steady. And then inhale, rise back up, open up that chest. So we're filling up and emptying, really good for the lungs. Exhale, fold. And then exhale, hands to the chair. Step back to plank. Your choice, up dog or stay in plank. Exhale, send it back to down dog. Beautiful. We might stay here for a moment and pedal our feet. We're going to do that whole series 2 more times. So take a nice breath in. On your exhale, float forward to plank. Inhale to up dog, and exhale to down dog. Inhale the left foot forward, spin the back foot. Find your way to warrior 1. Find your arm position. Exhale the hands behind you. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, fold. Inhale up. And exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, hands to the chair, step back to plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel spins in. Arms find their place. Sweeping the arms behind you. Inhale to open up, little back bend. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale up, fill up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, hands to the chair, step back to plank. Beautiful job. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Taking a breather here, pedaling the feet before we do our final round. Finding stillness. Knees can still stay bent though. Back is nice and long and straight. Take a nice breath in. And exhale, float forward to plank. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to down dog. Inhale, look up to step the left foot forward, spin the back heel as you bring your arms to their place. Exhale the hands behind you, opposite elbows or onto the hips as you open the chest. Exhale, fold and let it out. Inhale, fill up as you rise. And exhale, fold. So we're working our legs, we're working our lungs, massaging our belly. Inhale up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, rise up. And exhale, hands to the chair, find plank. Last round, last side. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to down dog. Inhale, look up towards your thumb, step that right foot forward, spin the left heel in. Bring your arms to their place. Nice breath in. And exhale. Inhale to open. And exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. And exhale to fold. Last one, inhale, open the chest. And exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Exhale, find plank. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. We're going to stay here, maybe pedaling.
Relaxing the neck. So lengthening through fingertips to armpits. The head rests right between the ears, right between the biceps. You might let it nod or shake just to keep it loose. Over time, finding stillness, keeping that length from the tail to the crown of the head. Take a nice breath in. On your exhale, walk your hands off the chair. Maybe they come to your shins, maybe they come to your thighs. Nice straight back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale the hands to the heart. Beautiful. Nice job. So we're going to do a balance. And so with that in mind, you may want to, if your chair isn't already turned around, you may want to turn this chair around so that it's available to you should you need to hold on. So we've worked our legs, excuse me, gotten them ready, right? So we're going to come into a tree pose, and we'll hold it for a little while just to build up the heat in our thighs and in our legs and our bony structures, right? So bring the weight into your left foot and simply lift and lower that right leg, kind of getting it ready to hold your weight. You can bring your hands to your heart if you like. And so then we're going to come onto the toes of that right foot, turn the knee out, and maybe bring that heel to ankle. And that might be where you stay today. Or you might feel balanced. You might want to bring that foot up to a space below the knee. And for you super yogis, maybe above the knee. Just don't press the foot into the knee. You can stay here with your hands pressing together, your foot pressing into your calf, your heel into your ankle. Finding that beautiful breath, that drishti that helps keep you focused. And maybe you let the arms lift to the sky. You can always hold on. And there's no shame in holding on. We're still working those muscles that keep us balanced. We're working our brain to help with our proprioception, our knowledge of where we are in time and space, and how to adjust if we start to tip a little bit, to wobble. You might play with letting go of the chair if you're holding on. And you might feel a little burning in that left hip, left thigh. You don't want pain, but a little heat is good. And then take that knee forward and step that foot down to the ground. Bring your hands back to your heart. And we'll move to the other side. So we're going to just come off the left foot, kind of lifting it, getting that right leg ready to hold us. And then coming to the toes of that left foot, turning that left knee out, letting the heel rest at the ankle, or letting that foot move up the right calf. Your breath and your drishti are fundamental elements of balance, so find your breath and your drishti. Again, holding on is perfectly fine. Moving into a more free-flowing tree is fine. Experimenting with one or the other. If you fall out of your tree, just don't fall onto the ground. If you tip and both feet land on the ground, just come back into your tree. Keep practicing. This is my unbalanced side, so it takes a little extra effort for me on this side. Take that knee forward, step it down, bring your hands to your heart, and just pause for a moment. You might feel that warming now in the structure and the foundation of the bony parts of your legs. Maybe a bit of heat in the thighs or the hips or the buttocks.
All good. And then open your eyes. We're going to find our way back to our chairs. So I'm going to, I think I'll put my chair this way so you can see what this posture looks like in a chair. We're going to do two postures. One is a forward fold or child's pose. So we're going to fold into ourselves and just kind of hug our knees and kind of hang out there for a couple of breaths. And then we're going to do a fish pose, which is an opening of the chest. And we're going to do that in the chair as well. Again, if you're a regular old yogi and you want to get down on the floor and do fish, you can do that as well. So no restrictions here. Do what your mind tells you you're okay to do. So we're going to take a nice forward fold coming into a child's pose. We're just going to fold over ourselves. Wrap your arms around your thighs. Let your head rest on your knees if it will reach. Sometimes it's nice to put a pillow on your lap and just kind of fold into that pillow. We want to get a little bit of pressure on our belly here and on our chest. And then breathe into the back of your lungs. Now the back of your lungs is where the most capacity of your lungs is. And so to practice filling up those back nodes in the lungs is a good practice to do. So breathe deeply into the back body. And then sigh out. We'll do two more deep breaths into the back of the lungs. In here. And then let it go. And last one. Big breath into the back of the lungs. Feel your ribs expand in the back. You can even hold the breath in for a count of 3 or 4 if that's comfortable for you. And then sigh out. Hanging out in this seated child's pose. Relaxing the neck and head. And then releasing the elbows if you're holding on to them. You might let your hands come to your thighs and gently press yourself up. Let the blood flow back into the body. So give yourself a moment here before we move into fish pose. So fish pose is a heart opening, a chest expansion in the front of the chest. So we're going to bring our hands to either the rungs of the back of the chair or the seat and back. We're going to roll the shoulders up and back, drawing our shoulder blades towards each other, opening up our heart. So as if you have a string on your sternum, lifting it up towards the ceiling. And then if it's okay for you, we're going to extend your legs. So let the head fall back if your neck will support that. Otherwise, keep a nice long neck. So you might let the chin slightly tuck in, or you can open it up. A few breaths into this beautiful heart opener, this chest opener, this lung expander. As the shoulder blades move towards each other, shoulders drop back and away from the ears. If your head is back, bring your chin to your chest as the first movement to come out of this. Walk your feet back so that your knees are bent. And then take a counter pose of a forward fold. So you might just let your body fold forward, hanging out here for 2 or 3 breaths. Then slowly allow yourself to come back up. Very good job today. It was a little bit
intense, a little more intense than last week. We're going to end with a meditation, a body scan. So I want you to get comfortable in your chair, or if you can, lie down on the floor. Go ahead and lie on the floor, lie on a couch, lie on a bed. Just get comfortable. Close your eyes, just settle in, and before we move into the body scan, that will kind of give you a sense of lightness, is my hope. I'd like you to just give a little scan to your body and see if those heavy spots you discovered in the beginning of practice might feel a little more open or lighter, a little more charged with energy than before you practice. So as you get comfortable for the meditation, you might sit upright if that's comfortable, or let your legs extend, let your hands rest palm up if that's comfortable for you on your lap, and close your eyes. We're going to begin this body scan in the feet and move our way up, kind of bringing this sense of lightness from the ground up to the crown of the head. So as I mentioned, a body part, just notice it. Just notice what energy might exist there. Starting with the toes. Moving into the sole of the foot and the heel. Across the top of the foot into the ankle. You might imagine a blue light flowing through the ankles up the calves. Across the front of the knees and the back of the kneecaps. Through the backs of the thighs and the tops of the thighs. Bringing with us this sense of light, this cool blue light. Not too cool, not too warm, just the right amount of lightness. And energy up into the hips. Into the low abdomen. From the pelvic floor, flowing into the buttocks, into the low back. Bringing that glow of light into the belly, the stomach, into the lungs, a sense of clear, light energy. Moving through the thumb, through the index finger, the middle fingers, the ring fingers and the pinky fingers. Flowing into the back of the hands and the palms. Brightening the wrists, the forearms, the elbows, into the upper arms, the biceps, the triceps, flowing into the shoulder joint, across the tops of the shoulders. Through the base of the neck and up through the throat. Brightening and lightening the facial muscles. The back of the neck and the base
skull. Onto the scalp and the crown of the head. Feeling this beautiful light, this energy, this sense of aliveness flow from the crown of the head right up into the atmosphere above. So from the toes through the body, through the crown of the head, there's a sense of lightness, a sense of new and renewed energy in the body, a sense of balance, a sense of calm and quiet. Enthusiasm and lightness. And as you feel ready, you might begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, maybe circle your wrists and ankles. Perhaps let the head gently float from side to side or nod gently. Maybe let the torso begin to move or the shoulders begin to roll. Just a bit of awakening in the body coming from this meditation, bringing that energy with you out into your day. Slowly opening your eyes, inhaling the arms out and up, taking a nice big energetic stretch. And then bringing your hands to your heart. We bring our hands to our hearts, reminding us to fill our hearts with kindness and compassion. And to our lips, reminding us to speak words of kindness and compassion. To our third eye, reminding us to expand our thoughts of kindness and compassion towards ourselves as well as others. And in honor of the light that shines in each one of us, the light that unites us all, we bow and say namaste. Thank you so much for being with me today. Next week we will talk about the third dosha, which is pitta, and I look forward to seeing you then.